30-day Strength from Home Workout Challenge. Today we're going to do core and glutes. We're going to start with our typical 5-minute warm-up, and then we're going to be doing 5 rounds, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds rest. So the work time is a little bit less, but also our rest time is a little bit less. We're going to be doing 5 exercises, 20-second rest in between, repeat them, and then we're going to be doing a different 5 exercises, 40 seconds work, 20-second rest, and repeat them. So in total we have 20 rounds, so 20 minutes of core and glutes. Okay, let's start with the warm-up. So you're going to be in the center of the mat. Same as yesterday, same as day 1. Hips stay forward. Chest up. Nice and slow through the whole range of motion. So twist as far to the left and as far to the right as you can without fully rotating. My feet are forward, my toes are pointing forward, so I'm not out, and then the knees aren't caving in. Now we're going to move to around the world, so we're going to squat down, sweep the floor, hands up. So I sit back, bum is back, knees are behind the toes. Make sure that the weight is on the heels. Stop at the top, we're going to switch directions. Hips back, back is straight. Next we're going to go into a squat to reach. So find a leg position that's comfortable, whether you're hip width apart, whether you're shoulder width apart. Come down, knees out. So I'm going to go a little bit wide, I'm going to go shoulder width apart. Come down, the knees are out, they're tracking the toes. I'm feeling the stretch on my inner groin on the inside of my legs. And I'm sitting straight down. So imagine someone's pushing you from the top and you're coming straight down to the center. The weight is on the heels. The knees are pushed out and I'm feeling it in my glutes, in my hamstrings, and in my quads. Reach up as far as you can, make yourself as tall as you can, come back down. Now we're going to downward dog. Come to the edge of your mat. Bend the knees, straighten as long as the back is straight, come down. Bring the leg through. Push the leg out to the side, open up the foot, open up the hips. Rotation. Follow the thumb with your eye. Rotate the neck as you're rotating from the shoulder. Hands in center. Foot back to downward dog. Bring the other leg through. Foot out, knee out, rotate. So I'm using the arm that's down on the mat to push my knee out to remind me, to cue to open up the hip. And I'm opening up the chest as I go around, and I'm going nice and slow. Back to downward dog. And then you want to bend the knees, jump, feet to hands, or walk them in. Come up slow. Hand on the wall, we've got leg swings. Hang behind so you cue when your glute is activating. Come forward, I feel it in the hamstrings. As I come back, I squeeze the glute into hip extension. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Hips aren't straying, hips are staying stable in the center. Switch sides. You can open the hips slightly as you come back, but try not to swing and open, rotating the lower spine. thing we've got is ankles. Come against the wall. Knee in, I'm almost touching the wall. I'm keeping the heel on the floor. My knee is going over mid-toes to little toes, so I'm taking my knee out to the side, away from the center. If you're feeling it too much in your knee, back off a little bit, don't go as far forward. Switch. Okay, warm up done. Grab a quick drink. Now we have core and glutes. Good workout today. A lot of us are spending a lot of time sitting, so our glutes are not really engaged. On top of that, our core is not very strong because a lot of time we're sitting and we're not activating it. So we're going to hit both today. So 40 seconds work, 20 seconds rest. The first thing what we've got is standing rotational knee tuck. So you'll be standing here, opposite elbow to knee. So the leg comes up, I crunch across. So you should feel it in your upper abs and in your obliques. So obliques are the muscles on the side that we get when we do rotational movement of the core. Okay, pick up the pace a little bit. My elbow comes up to meet the knee. The arm swings back. Okay, now we have a rest. We're going to do a straight leg march. So we're going to incorporate a little bit of hamstring stretching here. We're also working core as a crunch. So we're coming up and tapping. Try to touch the toe if you can. If you don't have the flexibility in your hips or your hamstring, just come as close as you can. Bring the leg up. The most important thing is that you're not flexing the lower back. So when I'm doing it, I don't want to be coming down and rounding here to reach my foot. I want this to stay straight. So if it's straight here, then stay here. If you can get the foot up without flexing the back, then great.
10 seconds. Rest.
Now we've got bird dogs for the core. Overall a hip stability exercise. So a lot of people when they're doing bird dogs, they tend to do them wrong. They start like this, and then when they go out, they do this movement. What we're going to do is we're going to tuck, make this nice and flat.
Let's go.
I push my heel back. I come in, almost like a crunch. Then take the arm up. Push heel. So notice that I'm not doing this motion. It's nice and controlled. My wrist is over my shoulder. Halfway, so now we're going to switch to the side. So again, lead with the foot, not with the toe out. You might find one side is easier than the other. Okay, next we've got side plank with leg lift. So I've got two options for this one. For the easier one, we're going to be here, and you're just going to bring the leg up, hold, back down. For a harder option, go with me here. So we're standing up, we're on the elbow, the leg comes up. Okay, make sure that your joints are stacked. Pull the shoulders back. That way we're incorporating the upper back a little bit more, we're not relying on the shoulder joint as much. We're going to 20 seconds, so 3, 2, 1, and now we're switching straight into the next one.
So you should feel it on the outer hip and on the glute med here.
Okay, next exercise we've got is dead bug. So we're going to be on the floor, tucked so the lower back is pushed in, belly button drawn in, up at 90 degrees, down, back, and now we're going to switch. So it's very important that your lower back is touching the floor. If I'm arching, it's going to cause a lot of pressure on the lower back and we're not getting core engagement, which is the point of the exercise. So if you find that your lower back is going off the floor, then don't take the leg as far down, keep it higher up. I go as low as I can until the lower back comes off,
10 seconds.
and I hold it, press in, and that's my range of motion. So if it's here, it's here. If you can go all the way down, great.
Rest.
Okay, 5 exercises done. We've got almost set through the whole 5 rounds again. So, standing up, rotational knee tucks.
Let's go.
So, knee up to elbow, and we're marching here. Knee comes across the body. You should feel it in my core. Remember that the back should stay straight.
Halfway there.
Chest is up. Drive the knee up. Hit the elbow.
10 seconds.
A little faster. High as you can.
Rest.
Okay, next we're going into the straight leg. So I should find it a little bit easier now, since we've had the one warm up.
Let's go.
Maybe not that much easier. So remember, keep the back as straight as you can. Bring the leg over, try to touch the hand to the toe. If you can't, if you're just here, that's fine. Oops.
10 seconds.
Oh, now the front of my hip is burning, but we're almost finished. 3, 2,
Rest.
back down on the mat. Bird dogs. So remember, joints stacked here. I go out and in. Okay, I want you to make a fist, come up, push the heel back, and come in. So as you can tell, I'm not getting too much extension and I'm not getting too much rounding. I'm going out now, I'm squeezing my bum back. So when you go back, you should feel it in the bum, you should feel it in the shoulder of the arm that's coming up. Now we switch. If you've got any hip rotation issues or hip stability problems, you might see it come out on this exercise. One side, you're going to feel a bit shakier, a little weaker, a little unable to get the leg higher, but it's quite
Rest.
normal. Most of us have asymmetrical issues. That's why it's really important to do more unilateral exercises, meaning work one thing at a time, one leg, one arm. Okay, side planks with leg lift. So remember, the modified version, you're going to be here. Okay, so here, full straight line and my leg is on the floor. And I'm lifting up and I'm feeling it here on my abductor as my leg goes up and out. Otherwise, we're up here. Flex the foot, okay, so we're not just hanging it loose, we're incorporating all the muscles of the leg.
Halfway there.
You might notice it again that one leg goes higher
10 seconds.
from the other side. That might be an issue on your left or on your right, but usually comes because one glute is weaker than the other.
So this is a way to fix it as well, some foam roll work and some ball work, which I'll show you in the next few days as we do a foam roll workout and mobility workout. Okay, last exercise, back to dead bug. So back is flat, knees at 90 degrees, arms up.
Let's go.
Up this way. Back to center. So opposite arm, opposite leg goes down. Remember, the most important thing is that you brace the core and you push down. If the lower back comes off the floor, if you feel the lower back working at all, then you're taking the legs too far down. Keep them higher, like here. Otherwise, we're going down and we're flexing the toe.
10 seconds.
Keep squeezing the core, brace the core. Arm goes straight overhead.
Rest.
Okay, 2 rounds of the 5 exercises done. Now we're going to move on to the next round of exercises. So we're going to do a posterior pelvic tilt plank. You're going to come high. Now what you're going to do is you're going to rotate the pelvis. So I'm squeezing, I'm pulling the pelvis forward. Here you'll notice that my upper back is rounded. Usually that's not okay. When we're doing plank, we want it to be more here. But considering that we're working on posterior pelvic tilt, we're working on glute engagement, then it's okay to have the upper back slightly rounded.
Halfway there.
Okay, so again, my bum is not up in the air, it's squeezed. There's a little bit of upper back rounding, but I can feel my glutes working and I can feel it in my quads. Hands together, keep the head up.
Rest.
Whew. Okay, now we have side clams. So again, we're going to work the glute med. So 2 options for you. You can be on your side here. You can come up and open. Or you can come up onto the hips. Okay, so I'm working here, working on the side. As I go up, I'm opening the hips and I want my knee to go as far over as I can. Okay? So I'm working here. You can put your hand here, make sure that you're really squeezing the muscle. You shouldn't feel it anywhere else. Here on the side, but not on the lower back, not so much on the legs.
10 seconds.
I pivot from the foot and up. And I'm stacked here so I don't feel any pressure on my shoulder joint.
Rest.
Next we've got glute bridge. So feet under, you should be able to reach your feet with your fingertips. Come up, and you're going to hold it here, and then you're going to slightly rock the glutes. Not too much, just a little bit of movement. We don't want to be doing this kind of rocking. It's nice and controlled. As I rock, what I'm doing is I'm squeezing this glute. Now I'm squeezing the other one. It's just a way of recruiting one glute at a time. As I said, that sometimes we have one that's stronger than the other one. You're going to feel that when you're doing normal glute bridges, one's interacting more, one's activating more. With this, when we do the little rock, it engages. Now the other side.
10 seconds.
So again, you shouldn't feel this in your lower back. If you do come a little bit lower and focus on squeezing the glutes, focus on feeling it here.
Rest.
Now we have another plank, but with knee drive. So we're going to start here. You can stay on your, here if you want to, on your knees. You can come in,
Let's go.
bring the knee in. Or if you come up onto the feet, then we can drive the knee in and out. So in, I'm taking it out to the elbow, back in on the inside, out to the elbow, in. Okay, so when we're doing it out to the elbow, across the body. So I'm straight,
10
out,
seconds.
and in. So you should feel this in the core.
Rest.
One more exercise, then we're done. Glute bridges again. Okay, this time we're going to do it with a glute march. So we're going to go up with both. Remember, lower back pressed in, belly button drawn in. I come up
Let's go.
and I march. Again, nice and slow. You don't want to be coming in like this. The hips stay straight. It's all in the glute. Put my foot down and land it evenly. Okay, I don't land it on my toe. I don't hit the heel hard. It softly lands.
Halfway there.
Again, you shouldn't feel this in the lower back. All these exercises are to isolate the glutes. If you feel it in the lower back, take a little break. Hug the knees, hold.
10 seconds.
You can rock it a little bit. And then when you're ready, then you go back into the glute.
Rest.
Okay, one more set through, one more round. So again, we're starting with a posterior plank, posterior tilted plank. So, on elbows, stacked, hold your hands in. Okay, come high, and then squeeze. So we're tilting the pelvis, so we're going from this position to this position. So then we're engaging here. So I'm up, and then I squeeze, like I'm tucking my pelvis. Like I said, upper back rounding is okay.
Halfway there.
Make sure that you're not looking up and your head's not hanging down. And make sure you're not too far forward. You want to keep the elbow over the shoulder. Squeeze the
10
glutes,
seconds.
squeeze the front of the legs. You should feel it in the core, you should also feel it in the glutes. And not in the lower back.
Rest.
Okay, back to side clamps. So remember, the easier version that we have is up. And then we've got side plank on the elbow, up. Remember, we're only going for 20 seconds. Keep the foot flexed, nice straight line of the body. Leg doesn't touch the floor, arms stacked. Ooh. Oh, left side's difficult. Oh. Yes.
Halfway there.
Okay, recommend doing the harder side first. Just makes it a little bit more bearable. And then you can finish strong. You're like, oh, this side's so much easier. Woo, look. Two, one. Oh, nice. Okay. Glute bridges with rock. Down, posterior pelvic tilt again, like I said, tilt up. Hands down, coming up, squeezing the glutes, and then we're slowly rocking side to side. So as I rock to this side and the hip comes up, I squeeze the glute. And then on the other side. You should feel the whole hip working on the side that the hip is up. It's just a very small micro movement. And you want to think of a mind-muscle connection. So as I go up, I think that my glute is squeezing. I'm really activating it. Nothing else is working. Again, if you start to feel your lower back hurting, come down, take a rest, bring the knees in. Or come a little bit lower.
Rest.
I feel like it's going fast, but it's not going that fast. Plank with knee drive. So again, I can be here, drive the knee in,
Let's go.
or I can be here and drive the knee in. Oh wait, no, it's not that one. It's this one. Knee in. This is what happens when you do 20 exercises. Well, 10 exercises, but 20 times.
Halfway there.
Knee across.
10 seconds.
Well, I've altered it a bit because it used to be out to in, but that's okay. We're adding variety.
Rest.
Oh. Whew. Okay. Last one, flex exercise. Glute bridges again. So, here we are, marching in and down.
Last round.
Last round, yes. Knee in, flex the foot. I come in, it's almost like a reverse crunch. I don't like to do normal crunches and normal sit-ups. I don't think they're very effective for core. They actually give you the least abdominal recruitment,
Halfway there.
and also they're really not good for your spine. So I try to do more stability core exercises, things like planks, side planks, even glute marches,
10 seconds.
but not so much the typical sit-up where you're doing this and you're mostly pulling your leg, pulling your neck. Ooh. Okay, workout 3 complete. Join me tomorrow for day 4. I will see you then. Thought it was going to be easy.
You always say that. It's harder than I thought.
I made some mistakes.